Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles. And before I get on to the introduction to today's puzzle, which is going to be a long one, I would like to call out that below you will find chapter breaks that will take you straight to the puzzle rules and to the puzzle solved for people who don't want to go through the introduction. As well, below you will find a link to this puzzle's, to be able to solve this puzzle, as to all the rules and everything will be in the description. So, why is the introduction to this one going to be long? Well, you may have noticed I've been away a couple of weeks, and the reason for that is shortly after recording the previous video and before it came out, I started getting very, very sick, and it turned out after I went to the emergency room, I had epiglottitis. So my epiglottis had an incredibly bad infection. I ended up spending a few nights in the intensive care unit at one of the local hospitals, and then I spent a few days in hospital after that. I have not been home. I've been home quite a while, and I am still being treated because this is bad. I am still quite sick, but I am missing puzzles, and I'm feeling well enough now to try and record some puzzles. I would like to thank everyone in the community for all the support that you've given me while I've been away. I was incredibly fortunate that I'd recorded a whole bunch of World Puzzle Federation puzzles to come out over the next couple of months, and I was able to just schedule those so people were still getting puzzles while I was away. But I'd been incredibly sick. My doctors told me this was life-threatening. There was a very good chance that I may not have come back from this one. And I'm still on massive doses of medication, and I am still incredibly run down. But this community being what it is and being as amazing as it is, they came to and they made a bunch of welcome back BremSter puzzles for me. So while I did miss an important milestone puzzle that I was supposed to release on a particular day last week, I'm going to delay that and I'm going to do the welcome back puzzles. I've spoken to the person who I was going to do the puzzle for, and it'll be the first puzzle I do after these. Now, I'm not promising to return to daily videos. I'm just going to try and record and release videos when I can. I still don't know how I'm going to recover. I may go through entire days where I'm unable to even sit up for very long. So we will see how it all goes. Also, my throat is still quite sore and I still have a bit of trouble talking. I may have to interrupt this video in order to go and recover, even after just a few minutes of talking. We will see how it goes. Thank you, everyone in the community who's given me support. Thank you, everyone who's given me puzzles. Thank you, everyone who's given me financial support. I'm fortunate in that I live in Australia and I don't have exorbitant medical bills coming out of this one. But honestly, being in intensive care on intravenous antibiotics for a few days really does, and knowing that you could have died from a throat infection really does open your eyes, and my perspective is very different. I hope to return to my normal cheery self soon. This is not meant to be a downer video. This is a celebration. I'm still here, and I am very, very grateful to that, and I'm very, very grateful to everyone in the community. It is my love of puzzles, and I wasn't able to do much solving or anything, but I was able to do some, and honestly, it kept me going, knowing that I had everyone and all the good messages and the get well messages and everything. So thank you, everyone. It is so huge. So now I know I'm not my normal exuberant self. I'm sorry, there's not much I can do about that. So today I'm doing Welcome Back BremSter by Team B. Team B is I'm assuming a team that has been put together to make some puzzles. These have been set anonymously. I don't know who created them. Maybe I'll find out in the solution message at the end. But it was designed to just be a nice, easy little puzzle that I could get back into things. If you're not in the mood for an easy puzzle, then go check out something harder in the back catalogue or check out something from another channel. But this is me getting my toe back in the water, getting back on the horse, if you will. So let's have the look at the rules of Welcome Back BremSter. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. German whispers. Adjacent digits on a German whisper line must differ by at least 5. So these digits will have a difference of at least 5. These digits will have a difference of at least 5. Those two digits will have a difference of at least 5. Then we've got cages. Digits in cages sum to the value shown in the upper left corner of the cage. So these two digits will sum to 9, those two will sum to 7, and those three will sum to 15. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Pardon me. Let's give this a shot. So, what do we know? Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about, actually, I'm going to do some cage stuff. So, 23 cage. Now, what are the maximum 3 digits we could put into the cells? They would be 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 sums to 24, but we're aiming for 23. So we need to reduce one of those digits by 1. If we were to reduce 9 by 1, we'd have 2 8s in the cage. That doesn't work. If we were to reduce the 8 by 1, we'd have 2 7s. So we have to reduce the 7 by 1. This has to be 6, 8, 9. And that's telling me something incredibly important about that cell right there. So what is this telling me? So let's talk about German whisper lines. Now, the first thing is, let's use this line as a reasonable example. I can never put a 5 on a German whisper line, because if I put a 5 on a German whisper line, what goes next to it? Because in order to have a difference of at least 5, I must add or subtract 5 or more. If I was to subtract 5 or more from 5, this would have to be 0 or less. And if I was to add 5 or more, this would have to be 10 or higher. None of those digits are Sudoku digits, so I can never put 5 on a German whisper line. So every digit on a German whisper line must either be below 5 or above 5, because it can't be 5 itself. Now, if this was below 5, I can't put another digit below 5 next to it, because these digits would have a maximum difference of 3. So if this is below 5, the digit next to it must be above 5. Now, if I've got a digit above 5, I can't put another digit above 5 next to it because the maximum difference is 3. So any digit that is anything next to a digit above 5 must be below 5. Now, there are more restrictions in place than that, but those are the important ones, because it means that you will always go from below 5 to above 5 to from below 5 above 5, or high, low, or what we call alternating polarity. But we know the polarity of this digit. This is above 5. So these must be below 5. Next to below 5 must be above 5. Next to above 5 must be below 5, which goes back to above 5, which goes to below 5. Now, we know that these are 2 digits next to each other. So one of these is below and one of these is above. I just noticed WBBREM. Welcome back, Brem. I just noticed that in the puzzle. I'm sorry, I should have noticed that earlier. I'm really not fully with it. Anyway, there must be a low digit in here, because we can't put 2 high digits in here and we can't put a 5 in here. So there must be 2 low digits in here, a low digit in here, and that's going to be the 4th low digit. So this can't be low. This must be high. This must be low. This must be high. Okay. Now, can we do... Yeah, we can. This 7 cage is incredibly important, because this must have a high and a low digit as well. But what's the high digit I can put in here? The only high digit available, or the only high digits available are 6, 7, 8, and 9. Because you can't use 5. So one of the digits have to be above 5. But I can't put a 7, 8, or 9 in a 7 cage, or the other digit would have to be 0 or less. So this must be 1, 6. Which means this isn't a 6. There's a 6 in here. So this is 1, 6. Do I know the order? Not sure yet. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. It's possible I do. And again, I apologize for not necessarily being with it. These are all oh, here we go. No, this is really easy. This is 6, 8, 9. So this is 7, because this is a high digit that is not 6, 8, or 9. And these now can't be high because 6, 7, 8, and 9 are gone. So those are low. So these are below 5. And then you alternate. So these are all above 5, and these two are below 5. That makes sense. So these are all 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can do something with those. An important thing with German whispers is the digits 4 and 9. 4 and 6. 4 only has one digit that is 5 away from it, which is 9, because 8 is only 4 away, 7 is only 3, for example. So if this was a 4, both of those digits would need to be 9, and I can't put 2 9s in the box. And the same is true here. If this is 4, both of these would need to be 9, and I can't do it. So 4 is in one of those two, so 9 is in one of those two. Whichever one of these is 4 makes this the 9. I can also say 5 is in one of those two, because 5 can never go on a line. Now, if this is 1, 2, or 3, if this is 1, this is 8. If this is 2, this is 7. If this is 3, this is 6. And this becomes a high digit. So again, every second digit along the line needs to be a high digit, and all of those are high. These are all low. This is cool. And these are 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I can't put a 6 here. Actually, I can't put 6 in any of those. A 6 here, because a 6, like a 4, only has a single digit that is 5 away from it, which is 1. A 6 here would make both of these two 1. So that's not a 6. A 6 here would make both of those two 1. That's not a 6. A 6 here would make both of those two 1. That's not a 6. That's a 7, 8, 9 triple. That's 6. That's 3. And 3 is important, because 3 only has 2 digits that are 5 or more away, and this becomes an 8, 9 pair. But if this is the 9, I couldn't put a 4 anywhere. So that's the 8, that's the 9, that's the 4, and this isn't a 3. Whoops, it's not a 6, that was a typo, and this isn't a 3 or a 4. This is a 1, 2 pair, which means one of those has to be a 2, so this can't be a 6. It must be a 7, because if it was a 6, both of those would have to be a 1. That's a 7, 8, 9 triple. Very cool. Which means this has to be 8, 9, because I can't put, there's a 6, 8, 9, so I can't put 8, 9 in any of those. There's a 7, 8, 9, I can't put 8, 9 in any of those, and that's low. This is an 8, 9 pair. Oh, this is a 7. Of course it is, because it's a high digit that's not 6, 8, or 9. Okay. This, I think, has to be 1, 2, 3 now. I can't make that 4, because both of those, well, actually, this is a 7, so these are just 1, 2, because the only thing that can go next to 7 is 1 and 2. 3 and 4 are too close. So what can this be? It can't be 1, 2, or 4. That's a 3. Which does allow that to be 8, 9. So there's a 4 down here. There must be a low digit down here, and the low digit now must be 4, and the 4 must go next to the 9. So this is a 4, 9. So this can't be a 6 anymore. Oh, that's very clever. This is easy, but remember, I'm weaning myself back into puzzles. If this was a 6, it would need to have 2 1s next to it, and that can't be a 1. So this is the 1, this is the 6. So this is high, low, low, and high. So this is the 9, and this is the 4, and this has to be 2 or 3. It can't be 1 or 4. And this has to be 7 or 8. It can't be 6, because 6 would have to go next to 1, and that can't be a 1. Now, there's a trick about 15 cages that might come into play at the moment, but I'm going to see if I can do anything else. I can. The 9 looks down saying there's no 9 there, so that's the 9. Now, one of those is 7, so this has to be a 1 or a 2, because if I put a 3 here, I couldn't put 7 in either of those cells. This is a 6, so that's the 1, that's the 2. And that just works. But I can see this cell is now known, because the 6, 7, 8, 9 all sees that. So that has to be lower. So this is lower because these are both higher, and this is also lower. And I've got the high-low on all of the German whisper lines. So this can't be 3 or 4. This is 1 or 2. These are 2, 3, or 4. That one can't be 4, because both of those would need to be 9. So that's not a 4. That one potentially could be a 4, because these are 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is 6, 7, or 8. This is 7, 8, 9. No, this is just 8 or 9, because it sees 6 and 7. And that one is 3 or 4. And it can't be 4, because that can't be 9. So that is a 3. And this is 2 or 4 only. And it can't be 4 because of the 7. This had to be 1 or 2. This is 2. Which means this is 1 and this is 2, which means this is 1 and this is 2. These are now 5 and 6. I'm enjoying this. As I said, it's probably not a very difficult puzzle for people to get their teeth into, but it's a good one for me to start off with. I'm missing a 4-5 pair in this column. Okay, let's look at the 15 cage. Actually, no, let's look at this triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 go in. There's no 6 here because of the 6, 8, 9. Oh, the 6, 8, 9 makes that the 5 and that the 6, which looks across making that the 4, and I can take 4 out of those. I think at this point I'm going to get rid of the colouring. I don't think I need it anymore. So these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 2, 3, 4 triple, don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 5 go in. The 1 looks like making that the 5 and that the 1. Okay. So what do we know about a 15 cage? So I can probably just do this by math, actually. If this is an 8, those two would need to sum to 7. They could be 1, 6. They could be 2, 5. Okay, if this is a 7, these would need to sum to 8. They couldn't be 1, 7 because I'd have used the 7. They could be 2, 6. They could be 3, 5. Okay, I'm not sure about that yet. Okay, it's probably, well, these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one can't be a 4 because I can't put 9 in both of those. It also can't be a 2. This one can't be a 1. So 5 is in one of those two. That's 3, by the way. 9 is in one of those two, interestingly enough, because I can't put 9 in any of those, which looks up saying that's not a 9. This is a triple. 1, 2, and 5. There's no 1 there. Nine is in one of those two. 8 is down here as well, but I'm not sure where. 7 is in one of those. Oh, it's the 3 here. 6 and 7 is too close. That's the 8, which means that's the 7, that's the 8, which means that's the 9, which puts 9 in one of those two. But 8 and 8 means this has to be the 8, which means this isn't the 8. But the 9 looks up making that the 8, which means that's the 6 and that's the 9. These are, I've got to put a set, where's 7 in this box now? 7 can't be in those and 7 can't be in those. That's the 7. And these are 4, 5, 6, but there's no 6 there. So this is a 6 in the middle of the box. The 5 is looking down, making that the 4 and that the 5. The 4 looks up making that the 3 and that the 4. And this column is just missing 7, 8, 9, but I can't put a 9 there. And the 5 is looking down, making that the 4. There's no 4 there, so this has to be the 5 that has not been placed in the box, which makes that the 2, which makes that the 3, which means that can't be the 7 because 7 is too close. That's the 8. These now have to sum to 7. They could be 1, 6 or 2, 5. So if they're 1, 6, it's 1, 6. If it's 2, 5, I'm not sure on the order. Okay. 8 is taking 8 out of there. There must be a 3 in one of those two, so that can't be a 7. Oh, the 2 makes that the 1 and that the 5. The 1 takes 1 out of there, which takes 6 out of there. This is 2, 5. And the 5 looks across, making that the 2 and that the 5. The 2 looks back, making that the 3 and that the 2. I think the 7, 8, 9 is going to work now. So I now need to just do some more Sudoku, which is fine. I mostly enjoy Sudoku. 5 looks up making this 6 and this 5. 8 looks up making this 9 and this 8. Actually, I do enjoy Sudoku. I have some more news on that front coming soon, but it's something that has been on the back burner now for a couple of weeks for obvious reasons. 1, 6, and 7 go into those. There's no 1 there or there. Those are not the 1. That's the 1. This is a 6-7 pair. And the 6 is looking down, making that the 7 and that the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 go into those. That 5 makes that the 7 and that the 5. This 9 is looking down, saying that's not the 9, that's the 9. This is a pair, 2 and 3. The 3 makes that the 2 and that the 3. These are 1, 4, and 6. The 4, 6 makes that the 1. I'll take 1 out of those. And then the 6 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 6. A 4 takes the 4 out of there, and this becomes a 2, 3 pair, with the 2 looking down, making that the 3 and that the 2. The 3 makes that the 1. These are 4 and 5, and the 4 makes that the 5 and that the 4. The 7 looks across, making that the 8, which makes that the 9 and that the 7. And now I'm down to a single box. The 9 says that's not the 9, that's the 9. I need to put a 3 in the box. Those 3 says it's not in those. 3 is here. 4 is not in those or there. That's a 4. I'm just going to mark the triple. 6, 7, and 8. There's a 7 already in column 1. No 7 there. That becomes the 7, and I'll use that 8 to make that the 6 and that the 8. And the solution is correct. 16 minutes. I did like that puzzle. WB, welcome back, Brem. Thank you very much to Team B. I'm not sure who made this one, and I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but the person who made it knows that they're in my heart, whoever they are. And hopefully you enjoy the puzzle as well. There's going to be some easy puzzles coming for a while because I'm not going to have time to record anything long. Oh, I'm not going to have the stamina. I've got some time. I don't have the stamina to record anything long. So after doing this, literally I've been up now for about 45 minutes to settle this up and everything, and I'll be going back to bed very, very soon. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the puzzles that I'm hopefully going to start bringing you. If I skip a day, please don't panic. I should be okay now. The risk isn't completely gone, but 99.9% is over. The underlying cause, we'll find out about that later, and there's still a risk there, but hopefully it'll all be fine. Thank you everyone for watching. I really couldn't be more grateful to everyone who's offered me support. And as always, good luck with your solving.